What a bunch of fearmongers, huh? Holy cow. Los Angeles awaits earthquake that could be the big one. A megaquake in America's second most populous city is long overdue, and 50-year-old buildings could come crashing down, killing thousands. And check this. This is hilarious. This is even funnier. Next year, residents of Los Angeles will flock to cinemas to see a blockbuster called San Andreas, in which their city will be wiped out by an apocalyptic earthquake. Kylie Minogue and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of Hollywood's current most bankable stars, will be seen roaming through the wreckage after the City of Angels is mercilessly flattened by the big one. Am I the only one who finds that just absolutely hysterical? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. And check out how long this article is. It just goes on and on about the recent earthquake activity, how that place is all on a big fault line, and it just, it's incredible. Whenever I started making videos in 2012, to even come out and say this was a complete conspiracy theory. If you said anything about a big one really devastating California, you were considered a conspiracy theorist because the earthquake has been forecasted for years and years and years and it never happened, so it never will. And now look who's talking about it and coming right out. And even, I mean, that part about the movie is just, that's too much. That's too much. I didn't even know about this movie. Don't really pay attention as much anymore to this stuff, but I still go to Rotten Tomatoes and I look at the box office numbers every week, so I'm just surprised I've never heard of this movie, so to take a look at that, I guess, after finish this video. Anyway, and then this I thought was interesting. I'm going to read most of this because this is a pretty funny article. Suddenly, the sun is eerily quiet. Where did the sunspots go? Our sun has gone quiet, almost too quiet. A few weeks ago, it was teeming with sunspots, as you'd expect since we are supposed to be in the middle of solar maximum, the time in the sun's 11-year cycle when it is the most active. But now there is hardly a sunspot in sight. If you look closely at the image above, taken on July 18th by NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, you will see a tiny smidge of brown just right of the center where a small sunspot appears to be developing, but just... Oh, sorry. That's my dog. He hates lies. They get him really worked up. So anyway, you will see a tiny smidge of brown just right of center where a small sunspot appears to be developing. But just one day before, there truly was nothing. It was a totally spotless day. So take a look at that. Let's go back up here. Okay. Where were we? So what's going on here is the all-quiet event as solar physicist, smart guy, genius, Tony Phillips, who I'm sure is not a fraud, dubbed it a big deal or not. It is weird, but it's not super weird, said Phillips. To have a spotless day during solar maximum is odd, but then again, this solar maximum we are in has been very wimpy. I got a degree. I know everything about everything I've been talking about. Oh yeah, wait a minute. No, we don't, because Phillips knows this is the weakest solar maximum to have been observed in the space age, and it is shaking out to be the weakest one in the past 100 years. So the spotless day was not so out of left field, because it all underlines that solar physicists really don't know what the heck is happening on the sun. End quote. We just don't know how to predict the sun. This is the takeaway message of this event. You see how an average Joe has just as good of a chance of explaining what's going on in our galaxy as these clowns do. This is a solar physicist expert, and he clearly states, plain as day, that hey, we don't know crap. And this is my favorite part of the whole article. These sunspots, they are caused by highly concentrated magnetic fields that are slightly cooler than the surrounding surface of the sun, which is why they appear dark to us. See, this is why my dog just got all mad earlier, because he knew I was going to read this again. Now, it's not why they're dark to us. They're dark because they're holes, because that thing is just a big electronic converter. It's a big curtain for what's ever on the other side of that thing. But that's just my opinion. But you can take these solar physicists' words for it because they know what they're talking about, right? It says so right here in this highlighted paragraph. So anything I would have to bring to the table or even suggest is just loony bin, crazy town, banana pants. We've only been observing the sun in lots of detail in the last 50 years, and the thing is 4.5 billion years old. So how much could they really have any? How much? It's a joke. So is this 9? That's a 9 because it's a crap story. And it's not like astronomers have never seen the sun quite before. 3 years ago, on August 14, 2011, it was completely free of sunspots, and as Phillips points out, that year turned out to have relatively high solar activity overall, with several X-class flares. So in that case, the spotless sun was just a temporary intermission, as he writes on his website. So very interesting, because we had that lady, I did a video, a few weeks ago on CNBC, talking about watch out for solar flares. So whether this quiet period will be similarly short-lived or if it will last longer remains to be seen. So, interesting 2 articles, I thought, and wanted to pass them along. Got a lot of other great stuff to show you. Just hanging there, working a lot. Don't get a lot of time to make videos, but got a lot of really cool stuff I want to share with everybody. So, thanks to everybody as always for the support. Appreciate all of my subs out there. Thanks to everybody who stands with me and keeps looking. So, see you later.